Hello everyone, welcome to Commons Academy. Please subscribe my channel if you are new to this channel. Today we are starting with the chapter that is annuities in business mathematics. Myself Vignesh K. Kamath, and let's begin with the class. First we'll see what is the meaning of annuity. Okay, an annuity is a series of fixed payments required to be made or received over a time at regular intervals. Annuity in simple we can say payment of fixed sum, fixed sum for fixed period of time, in a fixed time. Okay, these two words are very important. Okay, fixed sum for a fixed time. Okay, for example of rent we can take for payment of if we want to pay rent of 2000, so that 2000 for 3 years. Here you know the fixed sum is 2000 and fixed time is 2 years or 3 years. Okay, 3 years, 2000 for 3 years, that is called as annuity. Payment of fixed sum for a fixed period of time, that is annuity. Example, rent, insurance premium, etc. So common payment intervals are yearly, semi-annually, that is half yearly, quarterly, that is 4 times a year. Okay, now we'll see types of annuities. First we have annuity regular. Annuity regular is also called as annuity immediate. Okay, annuity immediate, please note this. And second one is annuity due. Now we'll see the meaning. Annuity immediate. Okay, just read this meaning just for knowledge purpose. Okay, if the payments are made at the end of each interval, please mark this, end of each interval. Annuity immediate, in annuity immediate payments are made at the end of each interval. And in annuity due, if the payments are made at the beginning of each interval of time, the annuity is called annuity due. Please note, annuity immediate payments are made at the end of each interval, and in annuity due payments are made at the beginning of each interval. So you should know the difference. Okay, in question it will be there, so we can understand. I will help you with this, how to recognize in question whether it is annuity immediate or annuity due. While solving questions we'll see. Okay, and please note this, if due or regular is not known in question, then consider it as regular. I have kept this also, this type of problem also in the session. Okay, don't worry, if due or regular is not known in the question, then consider it as regular or immediate. Okay, please note that. Now we'll see present value of annuity and future value of annuity. Please note this, these two concepts are also very important. Okay, and the main thing and the difficult part for the students is recognition of present value of annuity and future value of annuity. Everyone will know the formula, but they fail in recognizing which is present value of annuity and future value of annuity. In the next slides you will able to know, and I have kept a super trick for that, for identification. Okay, you'll see the meaning. Present value of annuity, if lump sum amount is obtained before and annuity is paid later, then lump sum amount is called present value. The lump sum means the entire sum, the full amount. Okay, so that is lump sum. I hope you know the meaning of that. Lump sum amount means entire amount is obtained before the annuity. Okay, before means you are receiving the lump sum amount first and then you are paying annuity, then it is called as present value of annuity. Okay, you are receiving the entire money first, then you are paying annuity. Okay, that is present value of annuity. In future value, that is reverse of that. First you are paying annuity and later you are receiving or paying the lump sum. Okay, that is the difference. If the lump sum amount is obtained at the end and annuity is paid before the lump sum amount, is called future value. Here first you are paying annuity, after later you are receiving the lump sum amount, that is future value of annuity. I hope you recognize. In next slide also you will get clear idea about that. Trick to find present value or future value annuity. Okay, this is a trick, super trick. For present value of annuity, as in the meaning as you've seen, lump sum first, annuity later, right? Future value of annuity first, lump sum later. In question, while solving question, I will help you to use this trick. Okay, please watch till the end. So I'm saying, okay, then only you will able to know how to recognize present value of annuity and future value of annuity. Okay, so let's see with the formula. Future value of annuity regular. Okay, P by I. P is the amount of annuity. Okay, how much you are paying. If 2000 is paid for 3 years, then 2000 is the P. Okay, amount of each annuity. Then I is the rate of interest in decimals. Okay, N is the number of years. Okay, I hope you are clear. So the formula is P by I into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. P by I into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. I've kept the formula also very simple. This is very easy to use. Okay, now future value of annuity due. So easy to remember is future value of regular, future value of annuity, what you have written in regular same thing you have to multiply with 1 plus I in due. Okay, future value of annuity is P by I into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. For due, the same formula into 1 plus I. So I have kept in pink color here. Okay, P by I into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 into 1 plus I. So this is clear, I hope. Now we'll see present value of annuity regular formula, P by I into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus I to the power n. Okay, that is present value of annuity regular. For due also same thing. What formula I have written in regular, you have to multiply with 1 plus I. That's it, P by I into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus I to the power n into 1 plus I. So that was about the present value of annuity regular and due formula, future value of annuity regular and due formula. Okay, now let's move with the problems. Okay, here I have not solved numbers of problems, I have kept types of problems here. Okay, so if you see all these questions, okay, that is more than sufficient. So let's see with the problems. Now let's begin with first question. Find future value annuity of rupees 6,000 at 6% per annum payable for 6 years. Okay, the first thing is to find whether the question belongs to future value or present value annuity. In question it is mentioned that it is future value annuity. Okay, so you know that. Now the second case is you have to find whether the question belongs to due or immediate. Okay, so if nothing is mentioned, as in the note I have given, right, if nothing is mentioned whether it is due or immediate, then we have to consider immediate, right? So same thing, future value of annuity regular or immediate is equal to, we'll use that formula, P by I 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Okay, now let's substitute the values. What is P? 6,000 divided by I 0.06 into 1 plus I value 0.06 to the power n is equal to 6 minus 1. Okay, solving you will get the answer rupees 41,850. Okay, I hope you understood this question. Let's move with the second question. Look at question number 2. Vinay decides to deposit rupees 15,000 per year in Public Provident Fund, that is PPF, for 20 years. What will be the accumulated amount in PPF at the end of 20 years if interest rate is 12.5%? Now given is P value 15,000 and 20 years, then interest rate is 12.5, that you have to convert in decimals, divide 12.5 divided by 100, that is 0.125. That's done. Now which formula you have to use? For formula you have to decide whether this question belongs to future value or present value. Okay, and there is another second case is whether this question belongs to regular or due. Okay, even that you have to find. You have to see which formula is there. So Vinay deposits 15,000 per year in PPF for 20 years. So this is given, right? 15,000 per year for 20 years. This is nothing but annuity. This portion says about the annuity, right? 15,000 per year for 20 years. Fixed sum for fixed period of time, right? So that is annuity. Then what will be the accumulated amount? Means at the end of 20 years. At the end of 20 years, what will be the accumulated? That is nothing but the lump sum, right? I hope you are getting me. First annuity is given, right? 15,000 for 20 years. Then what will be at the end of 20 years? How much amount will be accumulated? That is lump sum. So first annuity is there. Later lump sum. Which rule is this? First annuity, then later lump sum. That is future value. Look at this slide, okay, which I have written, which you have copied down in your notes. First annuity, later lump sum, that is future value of annuity. Now we have to see whether this question belongs to immediate or due. Now in this question, I have highlighted here, end of 20 years. End of 20 years is given. So this question belongs to regular. So we have to use future value of annuity regular. Okay, future value of annuity regular is equal to P by I into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Right, this is the formula, right? So P is equal to how much? 15,000. I is 0.125 into 1 plus I is 0.125 to the power n. N is 20 years minus 1. By solving this, you're going to get the answer rupees 11 lakh 45 400. Okay, so this is the future value of annuity. At the end of 20 years, you are going to get 11 lakh 45,400 rupees. Rupee sign is must. Okay, let's see with the question number 3. A sinking fund is created by setting aside rupees 12,530 at the end of every year for 10 years. If the interest rate is 7% per annum compound interest, find the amount at the end of 10 years. Please note down the question. Okay, now see what are the things given. A sinking fund is created. This is a new word, sinking fund. Sinking fund is nothing but you have to make annuity first and later you will get the amount, right? So what is the amount of annuity? Means each installment, that is 12,530. So that is P. Okay, now what is N? 10 years, every year for 10 years. Okay, then what is the interest rate? I is equal to R is equal to 7%, I is equal to 0.07. So these things are given. Now what you have to find is find the amount at the end of 10 years. At the end of 10 years, first case is where you have to find whether the question is future value or present value. So sinking fund means first you have to do annuity first, right? Annuity, later lump sum. So this belongs to future value of annuity. That is first case. Second case is whether this question belongs to immediate or due. So this you have to see the question properly. At the end of every year, the end of every year is given. So this belongs to regular. So this case, in second case, it's regular. Okay, so we have to use future value of annuity regular. Same formula. Okay, P by I, 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Okay, let's substitute the values. What is P? 12,530 divided by 0.07 into 1 plus 0.07 to the power n, that is 10 years minus 1. So if you solve, you will get rupees 1,73,110.9. Okay, please note down the solution also. Let's begin with question number 4. A person deposits rupees 7,500 at the beginning of every year for the next 15 years. Then how much will be accumulated at the end of 15 years if interest rate is 14% per annum? So let's see what are the things given. Person deposits rupees 7,500 at the beginning of every year. P is equal to 7,500. Okay, then next 15 years, so n is equal to 15 years. Okay, then how much is the interest rate? So that is 14%. I is equal to 0.14. Okay, this much you know. Now first case, we have to find whether the question belongs to future value of annuity or present value of annuity. So person deposits rupees 7,500 at the beginning of every year for next 15 years. Means this is annuity, right? This is annuity. Then how much will be accumulated at the end of 15 years? So that is lump sum. I hope you are getting me. So first annuity is there, later lump sum. So this belongs to future value of annuity. So this first case you found out. And now the second case is whether this question belongs to immediate or due. That is the second case. A person deposits at the beginning of every year. So I've highlighted that beginning of every year. Okay, so beginning of every year means due. Okay, so in this question, future value of annuity due. The second case is due because beginning of every year. Now let's solve. We have to find future value of annuity due. So what is the formula? P by I 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 into 1 plus I, okay, into 1 plus I. So let's substitute the values in the formula. So P is equal to 7500 divided by I is 0.14 into 1 plus I, right? So 0.14 to the power n is equal to 15 minus 1 into 1 plus I, that is 0.14. So if you solve further, you will get rupees 374850.3214. Please take down the solution. Let's move on with question number 5. Find the present value of annuity of rupees 5750 for 5 years at 16% per annum compound interest. Okay, let's see what are the things given. So P is equal to 5750, N is equal to 5 years, and I is equal to 0.16. Okay, the first case you have to find the question belongs to present value of annuity or future value of annuity. In question it is already mentioned that it belongs to present value of annuity, so we know the first case. So first case is done. Now the second case. Now what is the second case? Whether this question belongs to due or immediate. So in question it is not given, so that is missing. So when the immediate or due is missing, then you have to consider it as immediate. So second case is also done. The formula is present value of annuity regular is equal to, what is the formula? P by I, 1 minus 1 by 1 plus I to the power n. So you can further simplify this formula, that is P by I. Okay, now take the LCM. Okay, so 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power n. I hope you know to take LCM and all. Okay, now later if you substitute, that will be easy. So P is 5750 divided by I is 0.16, bracket 1 plus I to the power n minus 1, 1.16. I have added that 1 plus I to the power n is 5 minus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 0.16. So 1 plus I is 1.16 to the power 5. So if you simplify further, you will get value as rupees 18829.538. You will get 18,829.538 as the answer. Before we begin with question number 6, I wanted to say something important. Okay, so please keep note. Okay, in videos of which is available in YouTube or any other platforms, there are certain videos about finding present value of annuity and future value of annuity. So they say that in the video that present value of annuity means loan and deposit means future value of annuity. So this is wrong. Okay, in some cases you may feel that is correct, but in this question, especially in question number 6, you can see this formula is not applicable. So my formula is the correct one. Please follow that itself. Don't come into the trap of this type of formula. This is wrong. Okay, that is the important thing which I had to say. Now let's begin with question number 6. This is the most important question. Okay, which is a bit tricky also. If you focus it, it's easy. Mohan deposits rupees 15,50,000 on retirement in a bank which pays rupees 12% interest per annum. How much can be drawn annually for a period of 10 years? Okay, this is the question. Mohan deposits how much rupees? Rupees 15,50,000 on retirement in a bank which pays interest 12%. So I is 12%. How much can be drawn annually for the period of 10 years? So n is equal to 10. I is equal to 0.12. Even this also you got. Now what is this 15,50,000? We'll see that. Okay. Now solution is, first case you have to find whether this question belongs to present value of annuity or future value of annuity. So let's see that first case. Okay. So first case is finding the present value of annuity or future value of annuity, identification. Okay. So Mohan deposits 15,50,000 on retirement in a bank which pays 12% interest per annum. So how much can be drawn annually for a period? How much can be drawn annually for a period of 10 years? So this portion is, the highlighted portion is annuity, right? Right? How much can be drawn annually for the period of 10 years? So how much amount can be drawn annually for the period of 10 years? The fixed amount and the fixed time. Here fixed amount you don't know. So P is question mark. And fixed time is 10 years. So this portion is annuity. Now, Mohan deposits 15,50,000 on retirement in a bank. So this portion is, means Mohan goes and deposits a huge amount at first, and later he draws annually. Okay, so this 15,50,000 is lump sum. Okay, 15,50,000 is lump sum. So here in first case, first lump sum is there, later annuity is there. Please note, it's a very important question. Here first lump sum is there, later annuity. So this belongs to present value of annuity. Please note. Okay, now let's see the second case, whether this question belongs to immediate or due. So here you have to see for the how much can be drawn annually for a period of 10 years. Okay, this question belongs to regular. Okay, regular. So let's write the formula. Present value of annuity regular is equal to P by I 1 minus 1 by 1 plus I to the power n. So here present value of annuity regular. So this is present value of annuity, the lump sum amount. So I have didn't write here because by looking at the question itself we'll come to know if I write it first. Okay, so I didn't mention it in the beginning. So present value of annuity is 15,50,000. 15,50,000 is equal to P value you don't know. You have to find P value divided by I. I is 0.12. You can first simplify the formula as done in previous question. 1 minus 1 by 1 plus I. So what is 1 plus I? 1 plus I is 0.12 to the power n. What is the value of n? To the power 10. Okay. Now you can just multiply this. Okay. You can take here. So that is 15,50,000 into 0.12. That will give you 1,86,000 is equal to P. You have to simplify this by taking LCM. So that is 1.12 to the power 10 minus 1 divided by 1.12 to the power 10. So this value is P into 2.1058 divided by 3.1058 is equal to 1,86,000. So further, if you simplify, you'll get the answer as 2,74,336.2831 rupees. Don't forget to put rupee symbol. Okay. Answer is 2,74,336.2831. Please note the answers. Now let's solve question number 7. Manu borrows a sum of rupees 2 lakh and promises to repay in 20 equal installments at the beginning of each year. What is the annual installment at the beginning of each year? What is the annual installment to be paid if interest is 16%? So this is a question. Okay. Look at the question again. Manu borrows a sum of rupees 2 lakh. Okay. Now what is this 2 lakh? Whether this is present value of annuity or future value of annuity, you must identify this. And look at the continuation, and promises to repay in 20 equal installments. From this you could understand this is a lump sum, right? And repay in 20 equal installments, this is annuity. As per the rule which I have given in this slide, lump sum first, annuity later is nothing but present value of annuity. Correct? So you could understand that this question belongs to present value of annuity. Now we have to identify whether this question belongs to regular or due. Now let's continue the question. At the beginning of each year means this question belongs to due. So we have to find present value of annuity due. So what is the formula? Formula is P by I bracket 1 minus 1 by 1 plus I to the power n, right, into 1 plus I. For due, you have to multiply 1 plus I. Okay. Now you have to substitute the values. I've already written here. Okay. So R is 16%, rate is 16%. You have to convert in decimals. I is equal to 0.16 and n is 20 years. Sorry, 20 equal installments. Number of installments, right? N. So that is 20. My bad. Okay. That is 20. N is 20. And you have to find what is the annual installment to be paid. So that is nothing but P. You have to find value of P. You know the value of present value of annuity, you know, that is 2 lakh. Okay. Now let's substitute this in the formula. Values in the formula. Okay. Present value of annuity due is 2 lakh is equal to P by, you don't know the value of P, you know the value of I, that is 0.16 bracket 1 minus 1 by 1 plus, what is I? 0.16 to the power n. N is 20, right? Yes, n is 20 bracket close into 1 plus 0.16. Okay, let's multiply this too. So if you multiply this, you'll get 32,000. 32,000 is equal to P bracket, let's take the LCM. Okay, 1.16 to the power 20 minus 1 divided by 1.16 to the power 20 bracket close into 1.16. I hope you are getting me. Right? Now, I have to solve this. 32,000 is equal to P bracket. Now I have to find value of 1.16 to the power 20. That is 19.4608. 19.4608. Now you know the value of 1.16 to the power 20, that is 19.4608 minus 1 that value. Okay, so you'll get 18.4608. Okay, now into 1.16. Now divide this. Divide this. Okay, you will get P into 0.9486 into 1.16 is equal to 32,000. Now multiply this two is equal to P into 1.1004. 32,000. Now we have to bring this P in, after P 1.1004 to the LHS. So while bringing this to the LHS, this will come here, right? Now let's write in the next step. 32,000 divided by 1.1004 is equal to P. And if you solve this, you will get P value as 29080.3344. So this is the value of the annual installment to be paid. Okay. Please note down the solution. I hope the solution is clear to you all. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment section below. And please rate my teaching also. Thank you everyone.